Hello everyone. Still unfortunately having to record on my phone. Seriously, that 5 minute clip took about 15 minutes to upload. Right, well there's bad news and possibly not as bad. The bad news is Southampton's strongest that I was very tempted to go for has all sold out. So I won't be able to have a crack at that because all the spaces are gone. There is a competition a bit more closer to home for me in Ramsgate. I'm not going to tell a lie. Some of the events might be a little bit of a challenge for me. When you get there, you go there to challenge yourself. That's one thing, but you also want to be able to complete everything as well. But I'm very tempted by that. The only issue with it is obviously it's not free. These things cost money, and as I've mentioned a couple of times, with the whole house issue at the moment, it's whether I've got to be able to justify spending £45 on myself, because to a lot of people it's probably not a lot of money, but to me at the moment, especially when I'm in the proceedings of moving somehow, I've got to think about every single penny. However, it is definitely more likely than Southampton's strongest, which is no longer likely at all. So I'm going to alternate my events day to the events that are going on this other show. I'm keeping my working days, my four, like I suppose you'd call them gym days. They are staying the same, and then the events, a couple of the events are the same, but one of them is a little bit heavier than the other one in the opening way. It's the pressing medley. The pressing medley is going to mess me up a bit because, I haven't got a monster dumbbell, so I do the one arm. I just do put a fat grip on a dumbbell and try my best with that, which is it's all right, but it's a bit under what the weight they want you doing. Again, I haven't got an axle, so I'll be using the fat grips on the barbell for the axle floor to overhead. I have a log, but slightly, maybe a little bit under the weight that they want lifted on the comp day. So yeah, I would definitely say out of the whole competition itself, events wise, the pressing medley has got me a little bit squeaky bum time. Also, the sandbags. There's a sandbag throwing event, and I've never thrown sandbags, so I'll have to get myself a sandbag. Go up into the field and guesstimate whether or not I'm throwing a sandbag 4 meters in the air or not. That's I don't think tape measure goes that far. Yeah, so there we go. So that's the updates. Southampton's strongest is fallen through. Boo, hiss. I was at the risk of sounding arrogant. I think I was quietly confident I'd have been able to go through that without too much hassle. Whereas this, the strongest in the south it's going to be a challenge. It is going to be a challenge, but to a degree, also, is that not the idea? There's no point in me just staying home lifting weights that I know I can lift, because there's no challenge for there. So yeah, I say it's just really a question now is if I can be selfish enough to spend the money on myself for the competition. So once I get that out of the way, then I'll go for. Then I'll go for it. I'll go for it. So I'll just have a little chat with myself about it, and when I've made up my mind, and then I'll do that. As I say, I'm changing my events day anyway, because the idea of the competition the program that I'm running now is that it's laid out with a competition in mind. So you have an events day at the end, and that's where you're doing the events for the competition. And then you have the more lifting days, your standard, call them gym days if you like, where you are focusing more on strength and how you're moving. Because the strength days in the gym are going to build up to, well, the plan is they're going to build up for the little bits that are going to build up into the bigger lifts. Example being, you're doing say on your pressing day, doing a strict press. There's no strict pressing events. There might not be any strict pressing events on your competition, but you're going to be doing pressing events. And if your sticky bit is once you've got the weight up there, you've got to go from there to there. Then if you've been practicing with your strict bit, there we go. But we've gone over the 5-minute mark, so I can get this video uploaded maybe today. I don't want to make the video any longer. I am resetting my laptop thing, trying to get that camera working again, because that did record a lot better, or a lot easier. Right, well, that's it for now. So everyone keep strong, keep happy and keep healthy, and I'll speak to you later. Ta-da.